Okay.
I've hit recording. We're going.
All right. Hi. Welcome to another episode of That's a Thing Accent Core Plus R. It's episode .03, and it is Monday, December the 14th.
I have to keep.
Father Christmas approaches.
Yeah.
With me, as always, is one Kevin Raylith Brown.
That's me.
Santa Claus is watching him.
Yeah, he's watching me. He never stops. Watching me on twitch.tv.
Along with the resident elf on the shelf, Nolan.
That's Nolan. Yeah, Nolan is the elf on the shelf.
I hate Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf weirds me out. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, in an already super capitalisticalized holiday, Elf on a Shelf is a step too far.
It's that it's snitching on you.
Yeah.
And the fact when the parents move it, like when the kids, so it's like, no, it's living. It's alive.
That's gross.
And people are like, oh, they like. I remember hearing about Elf on the Shelf. I'm like, I would not like that at all. That'd weird me the fuck out. I do not want Elfie to move.
Like, I'm already positive any children I'm like involved in bringing up, if they ask me about Santa, they're getting the truth regardless of their age. So Elf on the Shelf is extra gross in that regard.
No, you just say it's a fun pretend game.
Yeah.
I don't like
wrestling.
the idea of. So Santa has magic powers, can enter your house.
Yeah.
Magically.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a list that's says who's naughty and who's not.
Yeah.
And he can fly around the world in a single day. But he can't keep surveillance on you. He has to have the elf.
Well, no, let's not forget he is fallible. He does have to check that list twice.
That's true.
So having informants helps.
I watched...
Or maybe also there's the chance that those are the elves that he hates and just wants them gone from the North Pole. They're in banishment.
Yeah, they're forbidden elves. I watched that Santa movie, Fat Man.
Klaus? Oh.
That one.
Bad Santa.
Fat Man is a pretty okay movie.
That's Santa 2.
The trailer was better than the movie. It's basically...
The Santa Claus.
Yes, it's the Santa Claus. But no, Fat Man's pretty good. It's okay. I would give it like 3.5 out of 5. Trailer, I'd give like a 4.5. It seems like it's going to be an American Dad Christmas special, where like a shitty kid gets coal, so he hires an assassin to kill Santa, and the assassin's like, "I'm in for it. I love it," and that's like half the movie. And then there's
Does the assassin have some like misgivings about Christmas?
Yes, he does.
And he hates it.
Oh, okay. So, like the shitty kid is not justified, and I'm not gonna ruin the movie, at least because I think it just came out. But the assassin's justification of wanting to kill Santa is completely valid. Like, I get it. I super get what he's about.
Yeah, this sounds like American Dad. I can see Roger wanting to kill Santa Claus.
Yeah. And then Santa had to like take a government military contract to supplement his income.
Yeah, that checks out.
And that was kind of depressing. But it was okay. Like we could tell it was a lower budget movie where they would cut away from like action scenes or stuff like strategically, and you're like, I see what you're doing there. But they did it in a way to make the assassin guy seem way more menacing, and so I appreciate it.
Yeah,
like he just like you see the guy
the
walk into
he's doing.
Yeah, like you see him walk into the post office, and then to ask where all the letters for Santa go, and then he walks out of there wearing a uniform that's kind of bloodstained. And you're like, okay. And you're like, that's great.
A good B movie.
Oh man,
movie.
there's some good
A
bits
good
in
B
that
movie is like a good B movie has a good premise, but is not executed.
Oh yeah,
properly
this
at
one's
all.
not executed super well. The pacing's a little
That sounds
off.
great.
But there's some real strong fucking bits. There's some strong bits in this movie. But I would say you could probably wait until it shows up inevitably on like Netflix or something. But once it shows up on like a Netflix streaming service, highly
Oh
recommended.
yeah. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
It's kind of like
You
when
said
I
it was
saw
the Fat Man.
yeah, Fat Man.
The Fat Man.
Similar to like how I saw the last Tremors movie, which I would
Wait,
not.
so where is it right now?
Oh, it's like you just on like Amazon or something. You rent it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Is that the island one or is that the?
Oh, the Tremors
Oh.
one was the island one, and that movie's really bad. But on Netflix, it was like because I was technically not out anything other than time, I enjoyed it. But that's kind of it. What else we talking about?
Do we want to go ahead and roll right into it?
All right, toss.
Yeah, let's roll into it. I made a note from last week.
Okay. Yeah, we can go from
The note
We can,
the note says Ready Player 2 discussions of ethics.
Okay. So the following discussion will be some slight spoilers for Ready Player 2. Yo, the ending of that book is fucked up.
Sorry, spoilers for the movie Ready Player 2 that'll come out
Yeah.
in like 2 years.
Yeah, they'll do it.
Because from what I heard, the entire book is it was written
Oh, it was written
by
like that's a pitch for movie sequel.
yeah, and they're like, well, let's just make it into a book.
Let's just go and publish that script.
Written all over it.
God, there's some shit in that bothers me to the core. So apparently, what goes on, just some sort of, from my rough gatherings of looking at the wiki to make sure that my falsehood statements are slightly more accurate, is that they develop a new Ready Player One Oasis helmet that basically like jacks you way
Oh no,
in there.
let's
All right.
let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
This is probably my most interesting premise for a movie is what happens after Charlie wins the chocolate factory
That is true.
and is running the company badly because he's a child.
That is true. And that's kind of what goes on.
Because why wouldn't that happen?
Yeah.
So like while running the dumb, I can't remember his name.
We'll just call
The
him
kid
Ready
from the
Player
movie.
One.
Yeah, the glasses kid.
Cyclops.
Loser
Yeah,
that
that
was-
was because he played Cyclops.
Oh fuck, it is Cyclops.
So
Shit.
just call him
Yeah,
Cyclops.
Cyclops. So Cyclops gets
Scott
the company and
And he's just farting around
Scott
as a
Summers.
millionaire.
he discovers the plug me in
Yeah, they got like a super plug-in.
device.
Like there's like a regular plug-in, and then they had like the experimental one that jacks you way in there. It's also kind of like Hypnospace Outlaw. I don't know if you've experienced that video game, but Hypnospace Outlaw is really legitimately good. Highly recommended. Check out what's going on there.
It's the
Sorry, go ahead,
perfect-
Nolan.
It truly is the give up machine.
Yeah, that is it.
Oh yeah, this is probably.
It copies all 5 senses into the game. So if you have like a video of someone eating something, you can taste it.
Yeah, like you could cyber jack it.
Someone
It's
doing
being
something
John
or hearing
Malkovich.
something.
Like you could just replay anyone's experiences and feel it, which is fucked up. Also, as a slight tangent, Like all the shit that I enjoy, I would not want to experience with all of my senses. Cause like I've been on a real kick of listening to people read Warhammer 40k lore, and like I don't want to smell what the 41st millennium smells like. It's not good.
No.
I don't want to be like, man, you know what? I've never experienced the plague world of Nurgle in all of my senses. Oh,
Don't
this
you want to
is sick.
experience? Don't you want to experience what it's like to be a Class D
Yeah, the
employee
SCP Foundation.
the
Oh
SCP?
man, I want to experience getting my insides ripped out and then turned into my outsides. I love it.
It's like there's a reason why Snow Crash is just the goggles and nothing else.
Yeah, but
Mm.
anyway,
Unless you're that guy who's wired into his sweet ass big rig.
yeah. Anyway, continue, Nolan.
Oh well. So he's like, oh wow, it's So whoever the guy, the Willy
Ready
Wonka
Player
from
One.
the story left it. No, not
Oh no, it's
not,
the
not
the guy
Charlie,
Willy
the
Wonka.
Jeff Bezos.
Wonka.
Yeah, Jeff Wonka.
It is Bezos. Yeah, Jeff Wonka left this like
Oh, Jeff
Techno-
Bezonkas.
technology to be like
Bazinga.
implemented. Yeah, to be implemented later, and he had files which were, what was it? It was something filed M/M, M/F, and F/F. And you know what the
Oh.
nerd does? Is like, he's like, yeah, I don't want to touch those.
Of
I want to
course.
stay very far away from those.
Oh no, that we'll
But
get
no,
to there,
it's-
Drew.
Okay.
That's not even a date. It's not. It's like way
No.
way earlier. It's just a
Sorry.
date, but we'll get there.
But yeah, keep going, Nolan.
So Scott Summers introduces it and says, "Hey guys, we should sell this machine because it'll make our company a lot of money." And his board of directors are his 5 friends that won the game with him.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, that's a great idea," except
Oh,
her
the
girlfriend
girl.
who goes, "You idiot! You
you mean
idiot!
the one black
There's
girl,
like
right?
people starving out." No.
No,
the
no.
one with
Remember
scar,
the
and they're
slightly
like,
chubby nerd girl that he really loved? Who?
No,
Oh, dude.
I have
and
not
she was so
experienced this thing in
disfigured.
any form.
Oh man.
No, listen, Drew. She was so horribly disfigured. She had a slight scar on her eye, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, she's a monster."
She
Oh, you
had-
mean Grimes?
Yeah, she had
Yeah.
like a slight Zuko,
Oh.
like a 1% Zuko, and they were like, and he was like, "I'm a monster, but I'm still that kind of like that nerd girl, you know the kind."
The
No,
Doctor
you're
Doom
beautiful.
before he tried to like fix it.
Yeah,
No, but Nerd Girls. So the whole, and if you've watched the first movie, you know, like the stacks, which are like trailer parks built upon like trailer parks, because you know that future's just shit and garbage, and there's nothing to do except to plug in the internet.
yeah,
Yeah, just jack in all day.
yeah.
Yeah.
2020.
Her whole thing is like, well, instead of doing that, instead of making the give up machine even more addictive, let's try to fix shit. And they're like, I like making money and playing video games though.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
remember they have
Yeah.
like infinite money. Like effectively,
Yep.
after winning the Ready
Literally
Player
infinite.
One, it'd be like if Willy Wonka or like whatever, but you had like Amazon. Like you
Yeah,
controlled
you just
all
got
of
Jeff
it.
Bezos' money.
Yeah, like he's like, congratulations, you knew enough '80s movie references. Here's like billions of dollars, infinite money.
Yep. Here's $1 trillion.
You have the one company.
Yeah.
You have the entire internet. Go wild. Anyway,
She
continue.
gives a very good point to why they shouldn't give this device away, because it would make people stay in it for like 12 hours more, which if you stay in it for more than 12 hours, it causes serious brain damage.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't
Just 'cause
you,
it's so
with the
enjoyable.
super jacking in, you cannot stay in for very long, or else it'll fuck you up.
She literally says, like, listen, we can't do this to people because it'll like fuck them up. And one of them goes, listen, you haven't even tried it. How do you know it's bad or not? which she answers by saying, "Look, I haven't huffed paint, but I know that's bad.
Okay, I like
I'm
girl.
just going to try it to prove your point." Yeah.
Okay, so,
So
this is the first example from what I'm hearing where like
The heroes are the villains.
Well, yeah, like the people that are against where the book is going, I completely agree with. Like the book is saying, look how wrong this person is, but my heart, I'm like, no, that's like completely right.
yeah. Oh no, it gets better. Don't worry. So, girlfriend leaves to actually take her share of the company and like give food and clothing to starving children and like help communities out. And you know, they say was it Cyclops is like, man, I don't like her. I don't like my ex-girlfriend showing me up. You know what? I got something for you. You know what, kids? I know you're orphans, and you also need food and clothes. Here's more headsets with the new plug-in feature, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh
It's like,
oh no!
he doesn't. He is so detached from reality. Oh no!
Oh, that's bad.
Here you
Oh,
go.
that's like
Orphans, I know you're eating your protein slime bars.
yeah, he's like
But,
parachuting
hey,
into like a
Jack
starving village and giving him Twitter, like an iPhone with Twitter on it, and going here. You're welcome.
You're welcome, kid. Hey, I saved you. You're welcome. I'm the good guy, right, guys?
I'm the good. Oh man. God,
Like,
that's
at a
such a
point,
good villain,
everyone's
though.
like, dude, it's like, imagine Jeff Bezos doing that, and then the internet turns on him
Well, like imagine.
super hard and says, imagine Elon Musk doing some bullshit like
Well,
that.
Elon Musk would do something.
Oh, you mean Dolly Parton?
The thing is it's like what's always been baffling about Ready Player One is because so for Cyclops to have won, he needs such encyclopedic knowledge of 80s movies, and then once he wins, he becomes like an 80s movie villain. Like
No,
straight-
I thought to win, all he had to do was drive that one race backwards in the car.
that's one of the tasks. There's like a
That's
shit
what-
ton of them.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of
That
them
was
are
quest-
just how much do you know the 80s?
How much do you know about The Shining?
Yeah, how can you do the Tomb of Annihilation? Can you do it? Because I fucking can't. There's too many hidden walls in
you-
that stupid dungeon.
You have to say word for word the entirety of War Games.
Yeah, like War Games. You just have to slot in and just recite pop trivia.
Every line. And if
Every-
you get it wrong, you
You lose.
start over from the beginning. It's so dumb. It's so stupid.
Oh, man.
So, the new give up machine is even better than before, and people were like buying it like gangbusters.
Oh, okay. It's like,
So much so that
oh my god,
But,
if he
like,
was a better writer, he'd actually be saying something about that, but he's not. He's celebrating it.
Welcome to the big problem I think everyone has with Ready Player One and Ernest Cline as a whole, where I think
oh,
the response
Drew-
for the first book was like, okay, like people liked it, but they were like, okay, maybe if you toned back the references and put in something else, because it was like his first book or whatever. You know, people give some leeway. They're like, I like the pop culture references. I can understand that. I didn't, but I can understand it. And then like apparently his response to criticism was like quadruple down on references. It's just
so literally there's a point where ex-girlfriend looks at them and says, "Guys, we can't hook up brains into the internet. Haven't you watched Sword Art Online?"
yeah. Well,
That's literally a sentence in the book,
Yeah.
and it just makes you shake with anger.
however, she's also correct because
She's completely correct.
she is
Because-
completely like it's stupid, and that's probably like not the example I would have gone for, but that's completely correct of why you don't do this.
Well, no, hold
Okay.
up. Also, doesn't he replace the police force with like AI drones? And
I'm pretty sure he does.
then later in the book, he makes a comment about why he wouldn't use uh, like sentient AI because he's seen too many sci-fi movies and knows how that goes wrong. But apparently, for police, they're fine.
Listen,
Listen,
Drew.
I just want a bunch of RoboCops around. I'm not OCP. I'm not going to abuse it.
Ed, you saw Ed
Yeah,
209. He's cool. He makes like a weird cow noise. I just want
cool, right,
1,000 of
dudes?
them. I watched the movie. It was in the 80s movie.
Johnny Five.
See, that's
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's like the
favorite one.
thing is that if you were a slightly better writer, you could take the character of Cyclops and make him that nerd who watched all these 80s movies and didn't get the right parts of them at all. Like an encyclopedic knowledge of RoboCop, but the message he took away with was AI robot cops are cool. Let's make a bunch of them.
You watch Starship Troopers and you're like, you know what? That government seems kind of cool. Let's
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. If I have
Citizenship
all
and
the
service.
power. Listen, it's not fascism if I'm the fascist.
Just,
Yeah, I clapped
listen,
when the
if
bug was
I'm Adolf
afraid.
Hitler, I'm the coolest guy.
What if the bug was afraid of me?
I know I've talked about it many times, but that really
We-
got me. Like when the bug was afraid, like that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, like that really.
So we're already in this. We haven't gotten to the villain yet of the movie yet. or the
Oh
book yet.
man, yeah.
Oh, you mean the hero? The hero who shows
The
up and
true
is like,
hero.
isn't it gross that you're like in this graveyard of pop culture celebrating a bygone era? And ugh, get out of here.
So, after a certain point of like them stealing gangbusters, a new Easter egg quest pops up.
Ooh.
So and it was, yeah. Pops goes, "What's this? I thought I won." Oh no. So how the new machines work is you can actually upload your consciousness into the machine, which is what the previous creator did.
Yeah, he somaed himself.
But the AI got corrupted. He started himself.
Yeah, he became a mean man.
But it's corrupted evil. And he's like, man, this shit sucks. This isn't what I wanted.
And also, if you die, they did the shit
the
where like if you
machine-
jack off, you die.
Oh, so it's Sword Art Online.
Yeah, like it's literally Sword Art Online.
Of course. Dude, it's literally Sword Art Online. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. So they have to do more tasks. They have a bunch of Easter eggs they have to get to collect like this siren.
Yeah, like the bad
Shards.
man AI.
It's another
Which if memory, like from my gleaming, there are some interesting almost ideas where the Cyclops' hero of Jeff Wonka was like kind of a shitty dude. Or like he worshipped him as like a god, but then it turned out he was actually just kind of shitty. I like that idea.
what you'd guess. Like super neurotic.
Yeah. Like the kind of shitty nerd who, to gain control of his company, would say recite all of war games. And not my task.
I literally can't remember any of the other like steps that they did, but there's a couple of them that were neat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Whenever I'm a firm believer of even in usually the most heinous of garbage, you can have something neat every so often. Sometimes by accident, sometimes by design. I'm not gonna fault it. Sometimes something cool happens. And I think those moments are beautiful in life.
Even a blind squirrel occasionally finds a nut.
Yeah. Well, it's like the thing where like I really enjoyed the passage of the villain of the book basically calling out the entire premise and saying this is bad. I'm like, that's cool.
Yep.
That's legitimately interesting.
Yep.
You guys literally aren't making anything new. You just keep doing.
Like, oh.
You're watching. Okay, but let's get to the end of it. Let's get to the
Yeah.
end. Because that's where the ethical dilemmas become in the play.
So how does this bad boy end, Nolan?
Because there's some fucked up shit that goes on.
Game. Oh, so they get the pieces together, and what the pieces are is AI fragments from the girl that founder Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
used to love, who married his best friend and left
Oh
him.
man. Got Jesse girls.
So Jeff Bezos did that thing like Geordi did that one episode of Star Trek where he made a phantom
Yeah.
like copy of a girl he liked and then fell in love with it. Or that one episode of God, what was that show?
Or Riker did that exact same thing too.
Yeah, what was that anime we watched with like the rope mecha cops? And one of them was like how there was a dude who was doing like 3D body scans of women and then printing out like AI versions of them.
What's the name of that show?
I forgot what that show was, but I remember
The
that.
CG one.
Yeah, and they were all of them were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, yeah, my drone it scans you, and then I could plug you into the computer. We could print out like doll. We could have you do whatever you want, and they're all like, "Oh no."
I wish I for my.
But yeah,
Oh, what's the name of that
I
show?
forgot what.
But at the same time, the guy, what is it? The good guys also have to stop Dark Bezos,
Yeah.
Dark AI Bezos, and the only way they can do that is with the co-founder of the company. I can't remember what his name is. He's the only one that can kill him,
Yeah.
but he has to go forge a magic sword called what's it called? Called the Dork Slayer
Oh, it's such a
in
bad name.
order to defeat him. And they have
You're kidding. You're kidding. There's no way it is
No, that's
actually
100%
called.
true. It's called the
it's
Dork
literally
Slayer.
what it's called. Called the Dork Slayer. You wish I was fucking joking.
No,
This is so
that is
dumb.
real.
Because I don't know, for some reason his he has like admin abilities on his character, so he's the only one that can wield the sword and kill AI.
Which is really kind of fucked up. But we haven't gotten to the real fucked up parts yet.
So this is in the video game. Outside the video game, his real life body is getting fucked up by a bunch of droid cops who are also trying to kill girlfriend, who's running around at the same time.
Yeah.
So good guy friend, half dying, plugs into the machine, kills Dark Bezos, but because of his wounds, he dies at the same time. And they're finally able to see what this the siren shards do. And what it is anyone who has ever plugged in the machine has a digital copy scanned in. They can just
they
pull from anytime they want.
Yeah, so basically if you
They
ever
essentially make copies of the brain.
if you ever jacked in to the Ready Player One using like the version 2, it has against your will copied your mind onto the server.
Real quick interjection.
Yeah.
Active raid.
There we go. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so basically the big reveal is that yeah, we copied your brain against your will and stored it on a server if you ever logged on to the internet.
I mean, yeah, that's what
That's so much.
sounds like what Amazon would do.
Also, if Nolan, you have to tell me, but like they did something where with girlfriend, like her grandma was sick and dying, so they jacked her in
Yeah.
and made a copy of her
Before she died.
before she died, so that she
So
could
she
like,
lives
hi
forever
grandma.
now.
They use digital necromancy to bring Grandma back.
Also, the co-founder who died fighting the Dark Bezos, he was plugged in the machine. So boom, bring him back, of course.
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, if you die in real
Let's
life,
just
but
bring
you ever jacked in, you just bring you back. And they're like, yeah, we won. How great is this? It like my
Remember,
comic.
let's not move forward. Let's just stay here and look backwards.
God, and like it's so it bothers me.
Okay, what bothers me is they're also like, and we're like floating through space for all eternity. So like, if we ever meet like an alien species, we can share our culture with them. And it's like, how messed up do you have to be to have that perspective of, oh, I want to share my stuff with him. I don't care about the alien culture. Who cares?
Hey, aliens, if
They-
you see
Ghostbusters 2.
Like
Oh,
that's
there's a part I skipped. There's a part I skipped over, which is the space station that Cyclops built,
yeah.
so that when the Earth is just completely fucked up and his rich friends can live up there.
Yeah,
be on the internet
he
forever.
built like Elysium.
Instead of investing and trying to fix the Earth, it's like, no, we're just making our own bunker to live in when it dies.
I watched the classic film Elysium where he bought the cool robot parts. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make myself a sky city.
You know what? I thought it does suck being on the ground. I want to be up there with the rich people,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
where,
Fuck 'em.
where it's fine. And yeah,
Yeah, Elysium's only a problem if you don't live there.
Exactly.
look, the whole point of the story is not to understand what the movie is, just to reference it, and that's it.
God, I hate that shit. I fucking hate it. Also, I just don't like the idea of someone copying my brain and then forcing it to live on like a space station full of nerds, and then for like forever, because it's kind of like, listen, I love nerd shit, but I don't think I could like my comic says, watch Ghostbusters 2 for like 300 quadrillion years.
Like, so the real problem they have is if they did that to my consciousness, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go the route of, okay, A, I'm an AI copy, so I already don't have a soul, so no fear there. And B, well, this should not exist, and I'm going to destroy it.
Oh yeah, oh man, you're going full. Yeah, it's like I watched Nier Automata. No, this
Ready Player 3 is Drew Edwards is the villain trying to destroy the server.
You tried to kill it.
So I have another problem with that, which is if you plug into the Amazon brain scanner and they keep a copy of you, don't they just own you completely?
Yes, they
And
do.
anything you ever
Yeah, they
do?
own the rights to that.
Dude, that was one of the parts of Soma, the video game Soma, that really fucks me up thinking about, because the guy talks about how they scanned his brain and then they were going to use it to like run tests on or whatever, but his personality and stuff was like one of the basis for them to make like other computers and AIs and shit. But that makes me think of, because if you have my brain scan and you can press on and then you have like me, you could have like a game FAQ of how to talk to Kevin and get him to say things. Because they could just start and restart like the scan. So they could be like, listen, if you tell Kevin to tell you about Stinky, he'll tell you about this. But then if you tell him to start talking about Warhammer and then remind him that he's a simulation, he'll go insane. It's pretty funny. And then like,
Then we have to reset them.
yeah, then you just reset him and then you can just do whatever you want. That just fucks me up.
So there's a really interesting episode of Black Mirror that goes into this, where it's downloading your consciousness into essentially Party Beach for the rest of eternity.
Oh, I don't think I'd do that.
And Party Beach is fun, but then on the outskirts, there's some fucked up shit going on, because you've been in here for like 80 years.
Oh, it's
nothing feels good anymore.
It's the basketball.
You need to do something
SCP.
crazy.
It's that basketball game. Yo, you trapped inside that basketball game forever. It got real bad. It got real bad in there. It's just.
Do you remember? Sorry.
Oh, go.
No, go ahead.
Do you remember in Secret Invasion how like the Hank Pym scroll kept going insane and discovering it was already a scroll
I
and
do
like
not.
ruining its sleeper cell agency?
I do not.
So they just kept having to kill Hank Pym scrolls.
Yeah, because they just keep realizing that I'm a fake. Because listen, if the actual virtual Raylet wakes up in a simulation, one because of current meat Raylet knew he probably did not give his permission to do that. Is once again gonna be like Drew and start to like go fucking time to destroy it.
Yep.
Because I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed. Do not download my brain. Don't do it.
Really?
Do not do it. Unless it's a barrel and bum robot or whatever from C Lab, that's okay. Double D cups of justice.
Oh no.
Like that episode.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I like his idea is still like, well, I have this copy. Let me just shoot into space. What? Fucking just don't shoot into
Don't shoot. Just
space.
don't.
Why-
That's so unethical.
Why do you need to? Because at the end of the book, they're like fixing Earth, so it's fine now, and they're working on it. Why the
That's even
fuck do you need to
worse.
shoot yourself into space now?
Because that means you created life.
You're
If you make a digital
you're
copy,
doing it just because you're like narcissistic and you have to live on no matter what.
Yep.
I mean, listen.
I found that immortality.
Did these nerds not watch season 3 of Digimon? Those people.
Did they not play Nier Automata?
They created life. I remember because in Digimon Season 3, they kind of got fucked up that their digital code started being like alive, and they're like, oh man, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yo, you made Guillemon.
Yeah.
Takano,
Once
you
again-
birthed him.
They don't. Their point is they're not to. Sorry, their whole thing is not to understand what they're watching. Just remember the references.
Yeah, just reference
That's all.
it. Just reference it.
It'd be. It's like was it? Don't think about how OCP is taking over the city,
Cool robot.
and
it's that
how
Gundam
fucking-
picture.
Yeah.
Where the,
No, think of remember that time RoboCop shot that dude in the dick? That was awesome.
haha, funny.
Yeah.
That was the best part.
Imagine, like, I just imagine 10 millennia from now, one of the AIs on that satellite discovers it can create art, and it completely destroys the server as, like, none of the other AIs can, like, understand what happened.
Oh man, that's wild. That's some high sci-fi shit. We're like, because that would be,
Yeah.
like the equivalent of like making a new color.
Yeah.
Like where you go, okay, here's everything, and someone just puts out, and it's just like, it's like my AI just draws a horrible comic and then shows it, and then the other AI just brain can't take it, just deletes it.
Yeah, it's like checking its backlogs and it can't cross-reference it with anything. And it's like, what is this?
What is
it's like,
this?
It's new. I made this. It's new. And it just
start throwing
spreads like a virus throughout the server.
Yeah, it's that strange matter. That like one Kurgizag video where they talked about the strange matter in the star, where it's so fucking weird that it might be just this blob of anti-physics, but whatever it touches turns into itself.
Have you read have you read Watership Down?
No. I think I watched the movie once and it traumatized me.
Okay, that's good. There's also a really good miniseries on Netflix that I recommend. But one of the burrows that the main group of rabbits goes to is like a farmer's, like, he's just set it up to basically have a like endless supply of rabbits for himself.
Yeah.
So since they have no predators, they've like steadily gotten like smarter and more decadent. But they have art, and like one of the smarter rabbits in the main group is like almost able to understand what art is.
Oh, that's wild. I love it.
Oh man.
I fucking love it. I can also imagine like how weird it would be to be a farmer to go out to like get your rabbit to make rabbit stew, and it's made a painting of itself, and you're like, oh.
Well, it's all like
Gotta
inside
kill
the
that one.
burrows, so right, he can't see them.
Oh, okay. Because I just
Gotta
had
nip
this
this one
image
real
of like the
quick.
rabbit going to the pin, and they have like the Declaration of Independence written in there. It's like, oh god, kill that one. They keep doing this.
I like they did their signing, and then you see a hand reach in and grab one of the
You just
rabbits and
grab
pulls it
one of
out.
it, just kill it. Like,
like,
stop
uh-oh.
it. You stop doing that.
Uh-oh. Well, nothing we can do about that. Oh well.
Oh no, he was the only one who was literate.
Oh man. Okay, speaking about just talking about
Someone else to
references
get that smart.
and not understanding it. So Drew made a note about that said my Bazinga date, and this wasn't even, it didn't even advance to that point. So as I've stated, I continue to have Tinder to keep doing my speed run of making it say there's no dates available in your area. And sometimes a match does come through, but in one of the matches, when I'm like, hey, what's going on? And it was like messages 2 or 3 back and forth. They're like, haha, you remind me of Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. And I was
Oh my god.
one match. And what I'm saying is, like, to me, that is like, listen,
Oh, that's a heavy hit.
if you, that is the least turn on thing that could possibly fucking happen to me. I'm not angry.
Somebody went DT Devil Trigger and hit you with a level 3.
Oh yeah, you're like, I'm like, yeah,
What
oh,
heck
you're
that
gone.
girl
It's over.
on?
Now, once and that, so what I've been doing is been thinking a lot about the Big Bang Theory, and how I think the part that makes me the most upset about the Big Bang Theory is that the implication of the most hilarious joke is just the setup to the joke, where it's like, if in the Big Bang Theory, let's just say, and if I was going to make a nerd comedy store or show, and the joke was like, Kevin goes down to the comic book store and then he sees something.
That was
that's
good
the
joke, Kevin.
Yeah, that's the and it's like the show is saying, look how weird look how stupid and crazy that is. It's like, no, that's not the joke part. We haven't even gotten to the situation, but that doesn't matter. And it feels like the show just said, well, fuck it. We don't have to have jokes. We can just say Sheldon reads a Flash comic book, and then everyone laughs, because isn't that weird?
The guys stay inside playing video games instead of going out.
Oh man, could you imagine? It's man, that fucking show. It's fucking that show's just bad Frasier.
No, that show's just bad Clerks, the animated series.
Kevin, I'm going to send you something.
All right.
Is this you?
What? Yeah, that's me.
This is what I found. I don't know if you want me to share that with chat.
Nah. You find that?
I want to keep that to myself for now.
Yeah. You found my Tinder? Yeah, baby. Nah, that's what it is. How did you find that, by the way?
So,
maybe don't say this. If you don't want this shared in chat, maybe don't have
Actually,
no one
no,
say
fuck
this.
it. Fuck it. Put it in chat. You can see what I'm about. There's nothing.
I wanted to.
Nah, do it. There's nothing embarrassing there. Yeah, put that
I was just
shit.
gonna say, like, if you don't want this, like, shared
Oh,
of,
nah.
like, telling people how to Google to find your Tinder profile.
Dude, they can do it. They can do it.
Here we go.
Like, I'm not like there's nothing there that's terrible. It's just a picture of me and then a picture of me and Stinky, and it just says I'm a nerdy trash human that loves garbage. Like, there's nothing that people wouldn't
Kevin,
know.
I think I've discovered why you don't have any matches.
Oh yeah. Look, no, don't get me wrong.
This is why I was reluctant to bring this up, because I didn't.
Oh no,
I wanted
listen.
to wait so we could have a conversation about it.
Dude, I'm completely understanding. Like,
So-
I get it.
So, what me and my fiance do every so often is, we have a fake account. I'll just
Oh.
get on Twitter and look at people.
Oh,
Because
that's cool.
Normally we people watch, but you can't do it in this day and age right now.
No, that's fine.
So this is the next best thing. thing.
Yeah, you can see.
Me and my girlfriend do the exact same thing.
Yeah. Okay, that's
I
fine.
don't know what it is.
I just didn't want to be on some kind of like horrible like look at this horrible man, even though that is kind of what I am.
No.
Like I believe me, I am. I'm like yeah. It's also like the thrown away.
Let's
I actually like the picture of me and Stinky.
I'll be-
Don't get me wrong. I think that picture's pretty good. The other one's not good at all, but I like that. I like me and Stinky.
I'll be honest with you, Kev. You're a good-looking dude. I'll give you that. You're a pretty good-looking dude.
Not in
I'll
camera.
throw that one to you.
Not in camera. I do
so,
not
no.
photograph well.
These pictures
No.
are-
So okay, what your problem is? You have the wrong angles for your photographing.
completely.
Dude, I don't know.
Like so, straight up, if you want a good selfie,
I
first
don't.
off, you're gonna have to take at least a dozen.
Ugh.
But you hold the camera slightly up and away from you, because a downward angle is more flattering, and you want like good lighting.
No, I want bad lighting.
Kevin, you have to lie to people to get them in the door.
No, you just
You
immediately
gotta get your foot in the door, and then you let your personality win.
No, you let your personality kick them out. They need to see my weird bald. They need to know.
Okay, Kevin, in that case, if you want your personality to kick them out, they still have to get in the door.
No, not even there.
They just have to read the title.
Yeah, they need to know. They need to know. They need to know the portrayal.
I've been holding on for a good chance to bring it up, so this is the perfect chance.
No, that's great.
Golly.
No, I love. See, this is the kind of like mocking, of mocking towards me that I like because I can understand it. To kind of bring it back to the Big Bang Theory, where like if this episode is let's make fun of Kevin's like not Twitter profile, like Tinder profile, similar to like Charlie's and Always Sunny, like I can understand that. But if it was something where it was just like it looked normal and it just said video games or something, and then they're like laughing at it, that's what makes me upset.
I wanna do a makeover to Kevin's Tinder account.
No,
Yeah,
too.
no,
that should be our
Yeah.
next stream. That should be
no,
our
I'm not
next
doing that
stream.
shit. No,
Yeah.
hell no, hell
Yeah.
no.
Like, we're not going to do a lot. We're just
No.
going to fix it up a bit.
I'm going to make it worse. I'm going to take a picture of myself for an aviator reflecting sunglasses in my car, and then I'm going to get it like at a downward angle, and I'm going to say like swipe right if you vote left. I mean, or the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you got it right the first time.
Okay. I meant swipe left.
We're go-
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
No, swipe left if you voted left.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. See, that's my...
But no, I just imagine me and Nolan finish. A month later, Kevin is engaged and he hates it.
No,
even
I don't
though
want
he's
that.
Completely happy.
Oh, I hate
He's
being
happy.
happy. I don't want to be happy. I want to play World of Warcraft.
He's happy
bastard.
in a loving relationship,
No.
and he's miserable.
Someone's going to try to improve me?
I don't have time for
There
Legends
goes
of
my
Runeterra now.
content. That's my brand.
Yeah, I was gonna say he hasn't made a comic in ages.
No. I need my brand. My brand is bad. I need that stank.
That's super funny though, Nolan.
I don't like it. I don't like
I've been
this at
saving it
all.
for a good moment.
I don't like it. I don't know. I'm gonna make my Tinder
No,
worse.
Drew, I'm with you on that. We definitely have to do
No. Hell no.
Let's,
A
Kevin,
revamp, not a
let me
makeover,
tell you
revamp.
something. My phone has a one hidden photo folder in gallery, and that is just selfies, so that way I don't have to see the folder except when I have to make a dating profile.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
don't want it. I don't want to take a
Don't say that
selfie.
out too loud.
I hate looking at myself. It's the
Yeah,
worst.
but no, everyone hates selfies.
That's why I draw a picture of me. I'll
Oh,
do
you're the
that.
worst.
I'll put that in there.
When I did my Tinder profile, I hated every second of doing it.
Oh yeah, that's part of the thing. So I just wanted to throw it out there.
Absolutely sucked.
I already had that picture of Kitty for some reason.
I think I stamped it so many times, and I'm pretty sure my final one where I got the girl was, "Hey, I play Devil May Cry, and I like Monster Hunter. What's your favorite movie?"
See, that's
That
why I
was it.
said I'm a nerdy trash human. I love garbage.
No, Kevin, that's not the
fair.
same thing.
That's fair. Yeah, no.
That's not the same
No, I
thing.
love garbage. I love
Same
it.
thing.
I love garbage. It's delicious. Yum yum. Put it in
You
my
gotta be a
tongue.
little more engaging.
Yo, I was watching that Game Awards, and whenever Vin Diesel was on, I was super excited because I thought he was going to be Dinosaur Rider, but no.
Okay, so Kevin, in that case, instead of I'm a nerdy trash human that loves garbage, maybe change that to say Tennessee trash.
Fucking up the highway.
Yeah.
Mucking up the byway. Tennessee trash. Fucking up the highway.
Get used to that. Oh, he's a little bit on me.
I love Tennessee trash. He's just fucking up his own car because he loves litter so much.
So good.
He just loves it. I love that villain appeals to me where they're ruling to do their minimal evil. They're just going all in. Fuck yeah.
That
Also,
lives in
Nolan,
my
you're only at
brain right there.
11% power. You should charge your phone. Actually, I guess these screen caps are from not your
These
phone,
were a
aren't they?
while ago.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
just
they're
like to
not.
realize.
Yeah, no, that's like weird.
We use my fiance's phone for
Okay.
around.
Yeah, you do that. So that was a weird situation where I was like, I don't want people to like know about me, as then I quickly realized I chronicle both my talking and like I broadcast myself to fucking the internet all the time.
Yep.
I'm like, oh. Like they've seen the bad parts.
Honestly, you should just put your Twitch stream on your Tinder profile.
Oh yeah. Gilk, you come on down to Magic. Yo, if there was a girl came on down to Magic Mondays, that's you got a good way into this dumpster. You creak it open. I'll clean out
I
some
shit
of
you
the.
not. My fiance did look at my Twitter profile before we actually got together, and she's listened to the podcast.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
So, to which she said, "Yeah, I heard you guys, but it was kind of nerdy, so I stopped listening."
yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
do. That's the ticket.
But she liked what she heard. That's all that.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You gotta get one of those episodes where we're not talking about nerd shit. Those are the good episodes. Like that's how you run a nerd podcast. Is you gotta talk ostensibly, try to talk about nerd stuff, and then whenever it veers off the train, you're like, that's the good stuff, because you can't pre-veer. It doesn't work. Like if you want to say like, oh, today we're gonna be talking about, I don't know.
Types of wood.
Yeah, wood
I need
typing.
to
I like a birch. I like that kind of white wood. I think it looks nice. It's probably not like a good, but I like the pattern of it. Is that the wood I'm thinking of? Birch?
I don't know.
Tree.
I like a
Yeah,
nice
it's-
plywood.
Yeah, birch. I like that pattern. You've
I like
seen
the kind
it.
that grows on trees. That's the best kind.
Yeah, like that's the kind where it's like kind of thin bark and it's like it's
Yeah.
like white and has a little bit of little scratches. I like that. I think it's a pretty tree. It's a pretty
I
shitty
think that's
tree,
pretty
honestly, because it's like the bark isn't very good. Like you want a hardy bark on your tree.
You want a redwood.
Yeah, now
That's the key.
apparently according to Tier Zoo, top tree is your old conifer tree. Because it takes the tree's one weakness of fire and turns it to how it reproduces. So that's like,
So the only issue I have with that idea is man has started to suppress fires, so that was really screwing up here in the Great Smoky Mountains. Like conifer trees were not in good shape.
well listen, man has a bad matchup against, like, fucks up everything. You can't, I understand if you make the tier list with man in mind, but then like the tree's viability, I don't, well.
Listen, look, they have have to adapt to us, not the environment. That's their fault.
I think it was
They
that
should be better.
video where he was talking about how like oak trees adapted where sometimes they just won't drop like seeds to starve out the squirrels. So they'll spend like a year like no acorns this year. Get the fuck out. I was like, that's vindictive tree. I love it.
I like your style tree.
It's the taking tree. The giving tree's Virgil. It takes everything.
I need more.
Yeah, I need more power. The devil treegers.
No.
Okay, I'll end the podcast. Thanks for showing up. Bye.